But yeah, I have the weather doll. So the weather doll, pretty sure this is how this works. I'm not sure how quick fast it is. So that I don't know if it's working or if it takes a little while. But basically, once I've got the weather doll in my possession, I should regenerate health. I'm just seeing whether a little tick of health loss that I've got from being starved earlier from having to sleep until it rained is going to recover itself or not. Well, that's what it should do. So, it's not an essential item to have, but it is useful. Oh, you can also do that. You can turn it upside down and it will make it rain the next day. Yeah, I can actually control the weather with it. That's the other reason you have it. I'm pretty sure it does heal. I'm pretty sure it does heal you as whilst you've got it as well. But being able to control the weather is the good thing. Unfortunately, it's annoying because it is useful to have that to control the weather. But I'm also at a point in the game where I don't really need to control the weather that much anymore. There is one thing I could use it for, but I don't necessarily need to do it. There's... Oh, what time does Panda Bear open? Is he open late? I was just thinking I've probably got enough trading cards to do the next one of these. And I think I get a suit from doing the next one. I might get another trading card. But either way, I thought, since it's just round the corner, and I can fast travel now, so... Oh, dang it. It's because I haven't eaten anything. Let's eat this other country ham I've got lying around. Let's check. It's not late enough. I'm pretty sure it's after 9 he opens up. Might even be 10. In fact, let's smoke till 10, because it might be 10 o'clock when he opens up. And I don't need to do anything else now, let's just go back. Once I've done this, I can go back to the hotel. There we go. Yeah, there's one more quest I need to do. Also, another thing I found out, which is annoying, I need to do... Oh, watch this first.
You found new cards? Show them to me. There's more than 16 here. I'm impressed. I appreciate you showing them to me. Here's a little something, as promised.
Oh.
Hold on to it, okay? If you find any new cards, come show them to me, will you?
Does that give me a discount? So I think normal collector is 24 cards, which I might have. Oh, it's coming up yellow, which is a good sign. No. No, okay, because I don't have... I do like that he always takes out a... he always sort of starts to take out the gun. So I can get the shotgun. But I've got the Magnum already, so I really don't need the shotgun. It's a weird thing that you can get the Magnum so early on. At the Infinite Magnum even, because there's just no need to get anything else after that. Like the second... So Keith gives you 2 more of those spooky spaces where you have to go. The ones that are flashing yellow all the time. One of them will give you the an infinite shotgun, and one of them will give you an infinite rocket launcher. Which the infinite rocket launcher is actually quite good, but you can't get the infinite rocket launcher until the end of the game, so it is good, but also by that point, I suppose it's useful if you want to go back and redo all of the replay sections to mop up the trading cards. Which I'm sort of half tempted to just mop up all the trading cards when I finish the game, so that I could then sort of just tag the quote-unquote secret cutscene on the end. I say it's a secret cutscene. It's nothing to do with the plot. It's just an extra scene. Well, it's just a little joke scene. I probably won't, but maybe I will. It really depends how I feel by the time I get to the end of this game. I might be completely done by the time I get to the end of this game, and then be very happy to move on to Deadly Premonition 2. We shall see. Let's trigger this cutscene. I can't remember what this one is. It might just be me in my bed again. Oh no, it's me writing my report. I think that means I have to do the question and answer thing again.
Zach, let's go over our progress. From what Olivia told us, and the sketchbook we found at Becky's house, Nick and Diane became our primary suspects. There were a couple of reasons for this. First, Becky gave the missing locket to Diane. Also, Nick has no alibi for when Anna and Becky were killed. We followed Nick to the art gallery, which led us, unfortunately, to our third victim. The third victim, Diane, was strung up in the entrance hall of the art gallery. Her hands were tied and a knife was sticking out of her chest. However, there was a marked difference from the previous crimes. Do you remember what that was, Zach? That's right. Diane was still alive. This suggests that very little time had passed since the crime was committed. Which means the criminal was still close by. It was someone near the scene. There are two possible candidates. Nick, who was knocked out in the entrance, and one other. Zach, who was the other person in the gallery?
Willie! It was Willie the dog!
That's right. Casey. We followed Willie, good dog, all the way to him. Cason's statement came out as follows. He and Diane were in a physical relationship.
I like the idea that this is the FBI
gallery.
report he's writing, and he just wrote good dog on it.
The two were in the middle of such a meeting when Nick showed up. Diane lost her cool and shut Cason up in the basement. Now, what did Cason hear when he was locked up?
Those footsteps.
That's it. The sound of boots passing by. Nick was wearing boots that day. Which means it was likely that Diane met with Nick in her room. Nick said he argued verbally with Diane about her playing around with men, but they eventually decided to go out drinking to make up. However, immediately after that, Nick was attacked by someone in the entrance hall and knocked unconscious. We saw the rest. Zach, do you think that Nick is our serial killer?
Yes. No. I don't know. I mean, he's blatantly not.
Me too. Usha sent in a report too. He found a large volume of red seeds in Diane's stomach. This confirms her as a victim of the Raincoat Killer. Remaining leads. There is the locket, which is in Carol's possession, the man with the tattooed back, and the upside-down peace sign. There's a lot left to answer. I hope the coffee will give us more guidance tomorrow. Zach, what did you think about George pouring his heart out? I was surprised. It's the end of a monarchy. And he called me York instead of Agent Morgan.
It's so dumb lying on his huge bed.
What's going on? Do you know what time it is?
I'm sorry. I couldn't sleep, so I was drinking alone.
My mother was a very kind woman. She always smiled so brightly, and baked cakes and cookies every day. She'd say that I needed the sugar because I spent so much time thinking. My father was always quiet. We never talked much. He was a federal agent, just like me. And he was hardly ever at home. The only words he ever had for me were harsh ones. I had a vivid imagination, and I remember he once said this to me. There are plenty of crazy things in this world. You don't have to go dreaming them up. And it's my job to make sense out of them. One day you'll understand what I'm saying. I found out later that my father was one of the first to ever use criminal profiling to catch bad guys. And so now I'm doing exactly the same job that he did. Like father, like son.
Can I ask you something?
Shoot.
Mind if it's something personal?
Fire away.
Who's Zach?
Zach is a friend of mine.
Oh, so you do have friends.
Yeah. He's my only friend.
What kind of person is he then?
Well, I've never seen his face. But he's always with me, and we discuss everything.
When did you become friends?
A long time ago. Back when I was a child. I was 7. I woke up one morning to hear my mother crying in the living room. This wasn't normal, so I headed in to see her. My father was there pointing a gun at my mother. I was so scared. I closed my eyes, so I don't remember much more. But I do remember the words my father said to me. At times we must purge things from this world because they should not exist, even if it means losing someone that you love. When I came back to my senses, they were both dead. He shot my mother and then killed himself.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it. Zach's with me. It was around that time that we became friends. I'm here. I'm with you, he said. I'll be here always. We can get through this together. Quite aside from that terrible scene in front of me, that voice seemed to make me calmer. And here we are, working together, getting through things. This is the first time I've ever told anyone about this. I wonder if Zach will get angry.
That's a sad story. But I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I'm sure there was a reason for what your father did.
I know. I think maybe I became an agent to find out why he did what he did.
Oh yeah, York, I forgot to thank you.
Thank me? For what?
You saved my life. If you didn't save me at the gallery, I would have died along with Diane.
No need to thank me for that. I'm pretty useless. I couldn't save Becky. I couldn't save Diane.
What did you just say? Useless? I was never expecting to hear you say that. Huh. There might be a modest guy in you after all.
Finally, you noticed? You're a little slow, aren't you?
Maybe hopeless, but not useless.
And then back to lying
Zach.
on his
Do you think Emily got home safely?
stupid, massive bed in his clothes. on
Anyway, I
his
think
own.
it's more serious of a situation than I thought. Do you remember? Our conversation with Emily. She's really interested in you. I think she's starting to have certain feelings for you. If that's the case, Zach, you and I are rivals. This is a very serious situation indeed. Well, if it comes to that, let it be a fair fight. Agreed?
So yeah, that's York's backstory.
Thomas! Thomas! Let me out of here! Come on, please! Just for a moment. 1 second. Hate it in here, Thomas. I think I'm going mad. I know you're there! Come on, please! Thomas! 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 Thomas!
That was a weird one. Like, even for this game. Well, no, actually, no. Not for this game. It gets much weirder. Like, this scene, I can already tell this scene's going to be weirder. But, there's the break locket. Some things to look forward to. So I was right to go and do Emily's thing when I did. Is literally you've just got that little tiny window between finishing the bar and going back home. Which, if you go straight back home, makes sense that Emily shows up in her dress. But because what happened there is I left the bar, slept for several nights in a shack, then had dinner with Emily, and then she then put on her dress and then came to the hotel again. You know, it's fine. We've got a bit of backstory, you know? And it's important backstory, too. Go on, then.
Previously during the investigation.
So, you want to find out everything there is to know about Diane?
Agent York, Nick is leaving the bar.
Wait! She's still alive.
Stop right there, Nick. You're under arrest for the attempted murder of Diane Ames. Emily, hurry!
You saved my life.
No need to thank me for that. I'm pretty useless. I couldn't save Becky. I couldn't save Diane.
And we're back in my head. Cool. Tea-brick. I don't know why this one's called Tea-brick, unless this entire episode takes place in my head. Oh, it's just like the Lost Woods. Oh. What's up?
Open this door. There is no turning back. You still want to enter?
I do. It's better than staying here.
Very well then. Off you go, Mr.
So I won't say who that is, but you should be able to figure out.
Look carefully, boy.
At times, we must purge things from this world because they should not exist, even if it means losing someone that you love.
Spooky! She was a spooky zombie. It was because, well, I had a nightmare. Let's not comment on it in any way. Oh, there's a sale.
Mr. Morgan, do you want a refill?
Yes, thank you.
Is the coffee that good, Mr. Morgan?
Coffee is a vital, investigative tool. I know exactly what to do now.
Oh. I was just reading through it, but the English on this one's actually written quite...
It says to hurry, and the first letter of each line is H-A-R-R-Y. Hurry to Harry. Looks like the time that he was talking about has come. Let's go pay the problematic rich boy who owns half of the town a visit. Polly, I think I'm going to go see Harry today.
Oh, really? He's a little strange, but I think he's the most trustworthy one around here. I think you'll have fun with him.
If you say so, Polly, then we probably will.
Of course. Now, give me your cup, and I'll give you some more coffee.
I'll see you later, Polly.
Mr. Morgan, what about the coffee? Don't you want a refill? Your coffee!
I love how last night I listed all of the possible... What's up, Kason? I listed all of the possible... oh, I can go do Polly's side quest now that I'm here. I listed all of the possible... leads. I got the locket, I got the guy with the tattoo on their back and the upside down peace mark. Well, I think I'll go and see Harry, because the newspaper told me. So, Morgan, can you just not let your OCD lead you around by the nose for 2 seconds, please? Oh. This one's for Case and Seedlings. That wasn't why I came here. Nor was it for the agent honor, but I'm going to grab it. Oh, yeah, $30. Oh, so I was about to say, dang it, this is an outside door. They should have exit written on them somewhere. I thought you had to do all of Lysander's quests to unlock the last mission for Lysander to get your car. Oh, damn it, I triggered another bloody cutscene. Alright, well, I guess we'll do Polly's side quest another time. What's up, low frame rate, Emily?
York, I can't find Thomas. Was he here?
No, I haven't seen him. Have you tried the radio?
I've been trying, but he's not answering.
What about Nick?
No problem with him. He's calmed down a little. He's still saying he didn't do it. Nick said that Thomas disappeared sometime during the night. He kept calling for him, but Thomas stopped responding. I'm a bit worried. George has asked for permission to search for Thomas.
I understand that things have been hard for Thomas, but surely he's just resting at home. But I'm not against looking for him. Tell George that he has my blessing.
Okay. As far as I know, Thomas always calls in when he needs a day off.
We're human, and so we are limited. As far as you know, there haven't been any serial killings here before, right?
That's right, but that's not...
Emily, I'm going to see Harry today.
What? Why? We have plenty of other leads to follow, don't we?
He did invite me over, though. It would be bad manners not to accept.
Are you really an FBI agent? I think the FBI would take a more logical approach to investigations.
But Emily, a serial killer does not stay within the boundaries of logic. Thus, you can't hope to capture such a killer using only logic. That's why I'm going to see Harry. You go with George and find Thomas.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Great. Thanks.
I was an idiot for thinking he might be a good pick. I really need to work on my taste in men.
I don't know why she's hunched over and limping. That was a weird action. But I do maintain that Emily is the most normal person out of the sort of core cast. And that she absolutely mirrors my sentiments of, why are you doing this stupid thing? This is completely counterintuitive to what you should be doing. And he's just like, sometimes you gotta just do things for the sake of doing them. And he just shrugs and runs off into the distance. Yeah, so in order to get Lysander to sell me my car, I have to do Jack's side quest first, which means giving me $1,000. I didn't know you were here, George. Hi. How's the search for Thomas going? I didn't know how to handle Beck and Diane's deaths. They died right in front of his eyes. I know, even though I thought I was going to lose my mind after Diane's death. Right. Well, I didn't come here to speak to George. I came here to see if they had any new suits. Because I've gone through all of the suits I've got, and so I need new ones. That's the important thing. Also, I might... Yeah, there we go. I think there's one last...
Agent York, just the person I wanted to see.
Box-pushing minigame.
Oh, really?
It's about our storage room again. Hun, it's a mess. But this time, the mess was caused by Keith. Is there any way I could get you to do another favor for me?
Let's get one thing straight, Lily. Just for the record, I didn't come here to organize your storage room. I came to solve a murder case. You understand the difference?
Yes, of course. But still, you're a hero who can't ignore civilians in trouble, right?
I'm just an FBI agent.
Which makes you a hero. Please, this will be the last time. Would you help me out? I'll give you this key as a reward.
Is it related to the investigation?
Maybe, maybe not. But I'll tell you once you've finished.
Zach, she's a tough negotiator. I guess that comes from dealing with her husband and the twins.
Thank you, hun. The storage room is this way.
So she doesn't give me a card this time. She gives me a key, which leads into the 2 other side quests, which then gets me the gold card. Okay. So... Right, that one needs to go there. Okay, I think... Oh, this is tricky. No, if I push that one up... Yeah, that one has to go in the corner. It's the only place it can go. But... Not yet. Okay, I think I got this one. So, this one I need to just push down a slot first of all. And then... God damn it, how do I get back round? Hang on. Can I get round over here? If I push that one, yeah, if I push this one, that's going to be fine. Then I push this one back up. I like that there's music in certain spaces in this area, but not in others. So you just have the silence and the sound of your grunting and pushing boxes. Yeah, I do like these sort of box pushing mini games, although I do wish the boxes would go a bit faster. I quite like, as well as the sort of box pushing ones. There's also the one I don't see it that often anymore, but it does still exist in places. But the one where you've got like an icy surface and you have to push a block, and then the block will just like keep moving until it hits something that stops it, and you have to try and like similar to this mini game, get the boxes all in the right place, otherwise they won't go. Yeah, this is fine. They won't go where you need them to. There's one game that had loads of them. It's a game that I really liked, and I never finished because I borrowed it off of a friend and I had to give it back. And I've been meaning to replay it, and that's a Lundra.
Here's your reward, the key.
See, the key to the closet.
And what does this key open?
It's the key to the closet in our garage.
Closet?
Yes, and there's something in there that's really valuable to Keith. He says it's the most important thing in his life, second only to his family. I don't really see it in the same light. There are lots of other things in there too, and you can help yourself.
Which means this wasn't related to the investigation after all?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to trick you. I just couldn't think of another way to get you to help.
You're quite a woman, Lily. Only you would be able to get me to clean up that storage room 3 times, but it's a good thing. Helping people out feels good, after all.
And we FBI special agents are all living and breathing heroes. Right, Zach?
Thank you, Agent York. Don't let this stop you from coming by, will you? Keith and I both enjoy your company.
Don't worry about that, Lily. I'll be back.
So I can't do the next part of this quest right now. Yeah, the legendary guitar is the next bit. I need to go to their house in the evening or on a rainy day. So I can make it rain and then go. Oh, where'd she go? I still need to talk to you. Don't teleport away. Oh, oh, this isn't. Hang on. There we go. Ah, she's got a new suit for me. Oh, she's got an ice axe. Pineapples. High quality beef. And legendary bait. Okay. I'll grab a turkey sandwich. It's useful to have something that can recover my health. I'll grab some high quality beef as well. No, I can only have one of each. That's fine. Let me talk to Keith real quick, see if he's got anything new. He might have.
Yo, dude.
Yeah, he's got the new. So like I said, the spiritual map B. I'm not going to buy it because it'll put a marker on the map permanently, and I won't be able to. I'm going to get rid of it. I got no intention of going and doing it. So, but that one will unlock the second one, which gives me the infinite shotgun, which is a good way. You know, which is good. I just don't need it. The Magnum does what the shotgun does, but better. You know, it shoots things and makes it dead. Right. So let me go to what I might do. I'm tempted to just go to the petrol station and grind to the petrol station. By which I mean just literally drive in and out of the petrol station until I do both side quests, because I'm pretty sure I can. And then then tonight I can just go to Lysander and get my car. Because I do need to speak to Jack, I think, 10 times, unless I pay him more money each time. So, yeah, let's just grind this and get this over with. I'll cut until I won't force you to sit here and endure this. I will just I'll cut back in when something interesting happens.
Benjamin, my good buddy, listen up. I got something new to tell ya.
You're real fancy
I'll tell
upgrading
you
your turn.
another one when I see you again.
I didn't press anything there. That just disappeared really quickly, which explains why I missed it the first time I did Jack's stupid side quest. But that did go up to 200 this time, so I don't need to do it 10 times. I probably have to do it 4 times. Oh, okay. It won't actually let me grind this one. I can't just keep giving. I guess I'll have to come back on another chapter. Okay. Alright, well, we got one more along. Like I said, and it was 200, so I'm guessing next will be 300, and then 400, which will make up to 1,000, so... okay, so I can get that into... I don't know why I'm driving. I can get that in 2 chapters. Alright, let's go to the police station, because we've got a brand new side quest that's opened up. Which is incredibly fun. And also, I think we can still eat lunch at the police station, even though Thomas is missing. And we should get a unique cutscene because Thomas isn't there cooking lunch. I think maybe Emily cooks or something. I don't know. I need to I need to come to the police station anyway, because this is where the side quest starts. And I also need to... Ooh, who triggers the lunch? Oh, Emily does. Emily, let's have lunch. Harry, I have no idea what you're thinking at a time like this. But you know, Thomas is still missing. What should we do for lunch? Why don't you make it for us? Me? Okay, I'll try.
I thought about ordering in, but since we had leftovers, I made us lunch. What's with the face? I think my cooking turned out pretty good today.
Oh, okay, great. Sudden crisis. What should I do, Zach?
I might not be a wonder chef like Thomas, but I do practice every day. Well? Come on, tell it to me straight.
Emily.
Yes? What?
I went into the sewer once during an investigation.
Okay, just stop right there.
That was totally worth it. Oh, I didn't read the green bit that came up when it did the ominous music. I'm supposed to be able to get Thomas's biscuit at some point. Now let's have a shave. Nice. As an item that I can get repeatedly, but I can't remember what triggers it. I'm hoping it's not his side quest, because I'm pretty sure I'm past the point now where I can do his side quests. No, it's not. I'm not going to lose too much sleep over it. Hey, Nick. Oh, no, hang on. Which cell are you in? Nick. I like that we've got all these empty cells, and they put Nick in the same cell as another guy.
That you got your man? No. I'm not your man.
With a single bed.
I'm just a suspect.
Nick.
I didn't do it.
Actually, I believe you. But until we catch the real murderer, you're going to remain a prime suspect.
What's gonna happen to me then? Never mind. I'm more worried about Olivia. How's she doing? Come on, say something.
I can't tell you anything.
If that's the case. Could you hand her a letter? Please? Agent...
You don't mind me inspecting it first?
Oh, that's fine.
Only this once, Nick.
Thank you. Thanks. Tell her I'm sorry, will you?
Nick, you need to do that, not me.
Yeah. So obviously you can't do this side quest until you get to this chapter. But yeah, why have they put Nick in a cell with another guy in a single bed when there's all these open cells that don't have anyone in? That's a confusing one. I don't know the answer to that one. Let's check out... Ooh, 30% discount. I can't actually read it, but okay. That's fine. Now I need to take this over to Olivia. I can now go into the kitchen, I think, of the diner, which is how I can get the actually pick up the stuff that's in the diner. I don't know whether it's anything any good. It might just be some food. Hey, I need to go over there anyway, so we'll check it. I'm just trying to decide whether it's quicker to fast travel or to just run over there, because the diner's just over here. I'm just going to run, because I feel like in the time it would take me to go into the menu, select the radio, find the A&G diner, and then wait for the loading screen, I could probably just have run over here in about the same amount of time. Now I think... Why is this closed? 8:30 to 10:30, 3:30 a.m. to 11. No, it should be open. That's Monday to Thursday, and then Friday to Saturday. And this game doesn't have days, so it should just be open. Maybe I can go in the back. Oh, so oh, so they reopened it. Earlier I said that there's a way that you can basically screw yourself out of the game if you're going to do the chapter replay after a certain point. It's when you've been given the key for this door, and if you then go and replay an earlier chapter, oh, she's at home. Okay, I don't think I have her house, so I'm just reading the guide while I was talking. If you have her key... Oh, there she is. She's not far, so I'll just run over to her. And then if you replay a chapter where you've got that key and then save, when you come back into the game, you no longer have the key, and then can't open that back door, and then can't progress. However, as you remember, I couldn't get to the door because Nick parked his freaking car in front of it. So I had to hop over Nick's... I had to climb over Nick's car in order to get to it, so I never ended up using the key. So there's a good little... If you ever find yourself... Good tip for you, if you ever find yourself playing Deadly Premonition, you accidentally trigger that glitch, even though I've told you exactly what that glitch is and how to avoid it. I don't know, you might. How do I get those items in the A&G diner then, if it's locked, if it's closed now? Maybe doing this mission will open it. There's a good way to get around it. Drive a car into the door, and then use the car to then run into the car and use it to climb over the door. Problem solved. Also, probably a good way to do some sequence breaking or just get into it and get some glitches and get some areas you're not allowed to. I'm going to take your onion. Hi, I just do that sometimes. I'm also going to take this agent on. I wonder if she's got. You got anywhere I can go? No, this is all you've got. Okay. So, letter from Nick.
What's this?
Nick asked me to give it to you. It's a letter from him to you.
Nick wrote this? For me? Olivia, I'm sorry for all the trouble I am causing you.
I'm writing this letter because I need to tell you some things. First, I'm sorry about meeting with Diane without telling you. My actions were irresponsible and may have caused you to misunderstand. But I swear to God I was not cheating on you, and I didn't kill Diane. That's what I wanted to tell you. As I sit here in this cell, all I can think about is you. Don't worry about keeping the diner open, okay? Try to eat well, too. I had thought that this happiness we had would just go on forever. I've always been grateful to you, but I've never told you, have I? I used to think that putting it into words made it sound cheap. But at times like these, words are all we need. Thank you for everything. Once I get home, I'll make it up to you. Take care of yourself. I love you. Nick.
Agent, could you wait a moment, please? I want to write a reply.
Sure. Go ahead.
Thank you.
I can read that. Oh,
Zach, I hope Nick will feel better by this.
I think he should just say, I believe in you. I return to better things. There is a decent reward at the end of this, which is why I don't give... It's not because I give a shit about, I believe in you, I'll wait for you, I'm sorry. She really, when she said, can you wait a minute, she was literal. She was like, no, literally, it won't take, most of that minute will be spent finding a piece of paper and a pen, I promise. Like, I'll write quickly as well. I've got nice handwriting, so it's fine. I don't know what that has to do with writing quickly. Anyway, not that I care about Nick and Olivia's relationship. There is a reward at the end of this side quest, which I care about. The software was closed because an error occurred. Nice! Well, that's the first time that's happened. An update is available. It's like 11:30 on a Sunday. Okay, I guess I'm going to download a patch, and then I'll see you in a second. Right, well, annoyingly, that kicked me out to the start of episode chapter 13, 14, even. So I just had to very quickly redo everything. Now, when you skip all the cutscenes, it actually go a lot quicker, but I did have to do the box pushing minigame again, which was annoying. But anyway, Nick. Sorry, I double tapped. There we go.
It's a letter from Olivia.
From Olivia? What the? I wrote so much. More than I'd ever actually say. A lot more than this. And she writes me only 3 lines back.
Not enough for you?
Oh, no, it's more than enough.
She wrote as much as she could. That's the best she could do right now.
Yeah. 3 powerful lines. I believe in you. I'll wait for you. I'm sorry. I don't agree with the last one, though. I'm the one who has to apologize.
Do you feel a little better now, then? Just wait until the case is finished. I promise this will all come to an end.
Yeah. I know, I believe you. She's believing in me too, and waiting for me.
Well, I have to be going.
Hold on a minute.
Ah, there we go. I knew I could get back in the diner at some point.
What's this?
The key to the back door of the diner. There's a big bag in the kitchen. I don't know if you could use it, but consider it yours. You'll have to help yourself to it, of course. I can't exactly go with you.
Okay. I'll take this, and I'll go check it out. Looks like a return to better things for those two, Zach?
Nick's interesting, because although, like, I think most of the voice acting in this game is actually really good. Like, there's obviously bits where it's awkward and it's weird, but that's I think intentional. Nick's voice actor's really good. Just like, he sounds really natural and human, and he's for a character who just isn't in the game very much. I don't know who does his voice. Maybe we'll find out during the credits, and I will probably read it and not recognise it because I don't know very many voice actor names. Or maybe I'll read it and go, "Oh, it's that guy." That'll be an exciting moment when we get to the end of this, if I remember to check, which I won't. But yeah, it just stood out me. I was going to mention it when he was during the previous cutscene, and then I forgot, and then I remembered to mention it whilst I was replaying all of Chapter 14 to get back to here. I don't know what that patch was, because it was so... I don't know whether it was just... Well, I don't know what it was. If it's a brand new patch that's just gone up, it's so new that no one's got any notes on it anywhere. But maybe by the next time I play, I'll have some information. What I'm hoping is that I have a key. Oh, do I not have... Oh, is... Right. What do I have? I have the key to the closet, the key to the back door of the diner. Do I have... Do I need the other key to get in there? Oh no, that is... So you remember the thing I was talking about where I said, hey, if you replay at certain points, you'll lose access to get... Okay, well, fortunately, as I mentioned, we figured out a workaround, which is good. And I have the police radio, so I don't have to worry about getting trapped in there as well, which is the other consideration. So, let's crash this into the door. Oh no, but he's gonna park it up. I can't get it. I can't finish this side quest because I don't have the key. Oh, because I went back to go and do Emily's bloody side quest. I now can't... Oh well, it's not the end of the world. Basically, the big bag he gives you I think he doubles your item slots. Yeah, big bag, reward item bag. So it just gives me more item space, which is useful because then I don't have to keep sticking food in my toolbox. It's annoying. That is annoying. That is an annoying glitch. It's the most annoying thing about that glitch is that I knew that it existed. I knew how to avoid it. I even talked about it, and then I did it, and it still affected me because I thought I didn't need the key after that point. Oh, it's because maybe it's because I never unlocked the door originally. Maybe I'm not supposed to have the key here, but I'm supposed to have unlocked that door the first time. And because I never did that, I climbed over the fence because Nick would... Damn you, Nick! You've ruined this for me. You've ruined this entire side quest. Oh, well... Alright, well that's going to be incomplete forever. Which is a shame. Oh, she's going to make... well, I don't need to complete all the side quests to get all the trading cards, fortunately. I don't think. Unless there's a trading card for getting all the side quests. I don't think there is. There might be. Oh. Well, anyway. Do I have anything else I need to do before going to see Harry? I don't think I do. I think that was the last thing I did at the petrol station. So yeah, I've effectively done... I'm just looking at my quest list. I've effectively done these quests. What I need to do... Well, the only side quest I have left to do is getting my car back from York, which means doing the petrol station. And then, if I can be bothered, which is getting the... is doing the stuff with Keith and Lily. There's not much more to their quest, but it's just a case of whether I can be bothered. So, yeah, let's go and see Harry. So the good thing is because I've done all the side quests, now, well, almost all the side quests, it's now pretty much, and I've got the fast travel, it's pretty much now a beeline through the rest of the story. There's still quite a lot to do, but I can sort of smash through it now, which is good. And hopefully we'll have some York conversation, because Harry is really, really, really far away. And I can't fast travel to him, because I've never been there before. Oh, once I visited him, I can fast travel, but I don't need to ever go back to him.
Zach, we've ended up with a third victim. That dive I made at the gallery ended up being a wasted attempt to save a life. It's a real mess, Zach.
Dive. When's the last time I made a dive like that? Oh, I remember. Do you? It was in my late teens. We used to go to those concerts. You and I like punk rock, but we like different types of punk. You liked hard and heavy punk, like Crash and Sham 69. I like the more twisted ones, like The Damned, Buzzcocks, Iggy Pop, and Joy Division. We used to talk for hours about the bands we really liked, but for some reason, neither of us listened to the Sex Pistols. I wonder why that was. Seems strange thinking about it now.
I like the idea that York's imaginary friend has different taste in music to him, and so he occasionally has to listen to music he doesn't like in order to appease, in order to make York happy, to make Zach happy even. It's just... It's interesting. It's interesting. Right, I still got quite a long way to go until I get to Harry's, so unless York starts talking again, I'll cut to when I get to Harry's house. Whee! Ooh. Almost. I didn't see that there. Whee!
Mr. Francis York Morgan, finally you have arrived. You are welcome to come inside.
I like that there was no intercom on the door there that York was walking towards. It was literally just a concrete pillar. Oh, that's good. I don't actually have to drive all the way up to his mansion. It was just a concrete pillar, and it just so happened that the other guy, whose name I forget, was just on the... oh, God, I remember this area now. Was just on the security camera, just was going... Oh, there he is! I just love the, like, stark tonal shift of, oh my God, she's been crushed to death. Emily's having a nervous breakdown. She's had this dead woman grasping onto her claw, onto her arm. It's like, oh God, this is deeply traumatizing. Oh, Willie's here! Doo-doo! Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo!